Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today is the aftermath of the day of Palantir and Rocket Lab, two of my stocks reporting on the same day. And I knew I was going to be very happy or very sad after this day, but I was not expecting what was coming. This was my portfolio at one point. It was a total freaking bloodbath for both the companies. Somehow Rocket Lab came back up and the dip was very, very much bought on Rocket Lab. And Palantir, that's just nasty what happened on Palantir. And here's the thing. I really liked both the earnings calls. Going into earnings, I was so sure that Palantir was going to report really, really good numbers that I bought a very short-term, very out-of-the-money call option, which was up. I was up $5,000 freaking dollars on the day before earnings. And Rocket Lab, I was really worried about Rocket Lab earnings. I was thinking that it might be good, but I was like, I'm not feeling this. It can go either way. So the company that I felt very confident about completely tanks after earnings. Rocket Lab, which I was not so confident about, also tanked, but the dip was bought back up. But what's even more strange is both of them reported really, really, really good earnings. So I guess the market is just crazy. And I posted on Twitter about my losses, and then, some people sent condolences, or I don't know. I mean, you guys don't need to do that. I mean, I don't care. It's, if you're a long-term investor and you pick individual stocks, your portfolio is going to be very volatile. And if you have a concentrated portfolio, your portfolio is going to be even more volatile. And if you have made mistakes like I have with certain option tradings, and my Rocket Lab position size is a bit more than what I originally planned, and that makes the portfolio even more volatile. So obviously I need to be able to stomach this, and I think these moves are irrational, and I really hope that you guys are taking action and availing yourselves of this fantastic discounts on both these stocks. So in this video, I'm going to go into a little bit of details, but tonight I had to spend on a very good thing. I actually got an interview with Peter Beck. The interview is going to be recorded tomorrow, and I had to prepare for that interview. So I listened to the Rocket Lab earnings call 3 times. I coordinated with some people about, what are the best questions to ask Peter. I'm also going to have Matt Money on with some amazing questions. And that's what I've been on. But I can tell you the Rocket Lab earnings call was really, really, really good. Like really, really good. So for example, the CFO said that he's seeing the strongest demand signs that he has ever seen since being at the company, and it's like drinking water from a fire hose. And he was thinking that because they have more than $1 billion in backlog, that it would cool off, but they're just saying the strongest demand ever. They have gotten a new $150 million contract for solar cells, and it was not even made into big news. I mean, 150 million is a very big contract for Rocket Lab. And then in the questions, like it completely goes unnoticed that in the questions by the analyst, the CFO says, yeah, like it's 150 million contract, and only the initial order is counted in the backlog. So they have the 1 billion backlog, which barely grew. I'm hopefully going to be able to ask this from Peter Beck why that is, because it should have grown by 150 million. And then the CFO said, and on top of it, there's a follow-up of reaction wheels to this contract to support a mega constellation. I mean, that's not one reaction wheel or two, that's a lot of reaction wheels. So what the heck is the value of that contract? And that was not even disclosed on the earnings call. So that's very strange and good at the same time. The space systems is, really knocking it out of the park. Archimedes engine is on the testbed. I think that this was also like, I had to listen to the earnings call. As I said, I've been over it 3 times, and people wanted to have, we were hoping that they are going to show the hot fire test of the Archimedes engine, like just before earnings. but we basically got that because the rocket is, I mean, okay, it's not a successful test yet, but the rocket is mounted on the test site. So they have pictures of the rocket being on the test site, and the tests have begun. So it's just they haven't gotten to the hot fire test. I'm going to make a very detailed video about this, but it was a super good blowout quarter. And the only thing I think that Wall Street reacted on, it was that they moved the neutron timeline from December this year to the middle of 2025. But I feel that was already counted into the stock price. I mean, even the bulls were saying that, and even they were saying that they're just going to get the neutron on the pad, but the launch is going to be in Q1. So now the Q1 launch has moved to Q2, maybe Q3. To be honest, it was already thought with. And yeah, so on Palantir, I have listened to the earnings call once, but I haven't had time to dig myself deep into the numbers. But based on the reactions that I have seen, based on the headline numbers that I have heard, fantastic quarter, growth is re-accelerating. And really the only issue is that they guided, and then Wall Street was thinking that they're going to increase the guidance, and they have increased the guidance so then Wall Street was thinking that they would increase the guidance. And then in the very end, we were getting like unrealistic expectations that they are going to surprise us with the guidance increase. So then they beat everything. I mean, their margins were like insane, like 36% free cash flow margin. What? Are you kidding? And so then they beat everything, and then they raised the guidance, but they raised the guidance to where Wall Street was thinking that they would raise the guidance to. So they didn't beat the wall. You get it? It's like, and we fell 15% on this. Doesn't make any sense. Anyways, and by the way, yesterday also on the live stream, we got like 3 or 4 new channel members. So you guys are amazing for supporting this channel. And I'm very excited about the channel out of the blue. I mean, I got this interview with Peter Beck. Ashley Vance will probably come on a Rocket Lab weekly. And there's just really good things happening on the channel. And I'm thinking of ways how I can reward the channel members. And probably it's going to be that you guys can ask questions to the people that I'm interviewing. I'm thinking about maybe doing a public part of an interview and maybe having a part to the channel members, or maybe just having early access to the channel members, like to these very special interviews, maybe like 1 week early access, and then I release it to everyone. The goal is really not to keep things on a paywall. It's just I really appreciate the people who support the channel, and as you see, like my studio sucks. I maybe have to travel, to meet some of the CEOs, and that's not for free. And the people who just support the channel, they're really amazing, and I just want to find a way how to give back to them, because it means a lot to me. Anyways, it's been a crazy day. I'm down I think the day ended on $45,000, but yeah, it's part for the course when you're a long-term investor with a concentrated portfolio. So pretty sure tomorrow or the day after, Palantir is going to go back up a little bit. And this is very temporary, and we're here for the long term. And again, both earnings were fantastic. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos. Ciao.